Ту, ту. Ну вот кому нужны эти ваши... Ну вот кому нужны эти ваши ссылки, да? Да. Отправить. Сюда. И сюда. Так. Так, АБС, ты же должен нормально работать, правильно? Правильно. Все. Долгие загрузки, ничего себе. Мгм. Мгм. Ну вот что они все улетели опять. Ладно. Видимо, я лох какой-то просто. У меня все бабочки улетают. До дня происшествия на забережье прошло уже много времени, пока Нахида не восстановит силы, выяснить больше деталей не получится. И вот вы по привычке отправляетесь в гильдию искателей приключений. Это, я так понимаю, второй патч, продолжение сюжетки. Будет. Ой. 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 Зря я, наверное, их открыла, потому что они сейчас мне попадутся где-нибудь, да? Ладно. Персонаж занят другим заданием, и слава богу. Это все потом. Делики тоже потом. Не хочу делики делать. Мне лень. Телепорт. Все, поехали, поехали. Поехали, 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 поехали. Поехали, поехали.
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Любовные стихи.
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
Да ладно, не по душе, мы же все делаем.
In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said, "Ad Astra Abyssosque"?
Я знала, что она странно это говорит.
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sub-Zerus festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children. You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zerus festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday. Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
О, кто-то отписался, ого. О, кто-то отписался, ого. Ладно.
No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what... Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zerus festival. So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here. Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Я помню, все так радовались, что в сюжетке Катерина будет, а в итоге это
Let's
Нахида.
continue our chat here.
Ничего себе, подальше
Okay,
отошли,
so
ладно.
do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts. We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages. I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're weary of me. Have you already caught the sage's attention? I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid it. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. No way, that's too risky. You mean it'd be too easy to get caught? No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goal. That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru. Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right?
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met
Но
someone named
Пайман,
Al-Haytham.
мы и будем
He seems like
шпионом.
he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
Sataria. Paimon remembers now. We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's Fest. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always...
I've always liked observing. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special...
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert.
The name Sataria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like later on. She was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the but she doesn't really support the Academia. She still feels guilty about...
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the Academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots.
Это было долго. Так. О, нет. Я не хотела. Я думала, там можно что-то взять. Господин Друсус, насколько я знаю, в Академии его считают чудаком. Больше всего нравится обсуждать с разными людьми всевозможные загадки и исследовать различные способы шифровки. Загадки слишком трудны, а потому почти никто не хочет с ним общаться. Поэтому он придумал вознаграждать людей за правильно разгаданные загадки. Где искать сокровища? Та-та-та-та-та. Ладно, сейчас не до загадок. Предсказатель. Так.
This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we...
No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you...
Talking style and...
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh!
My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case...
Ох уж эти дети-предсказатели.
It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Это Пайман про себя или про нас? Что значит объедала Гео Архонта? Это когда такое было?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects. No problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for... many tens of thousands of years? Impossible. Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune-telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Так какая любовь? У меня тут гарем из почти 50 персонажей. Какая любовь?
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
Черт.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Она говорит, что у меня гарем, но в таком случае я с ней согласна. Соберите информацию о соответствии с указанием Нахиды. Так, еще один NPC, ладно. А этот кто?
Is this another one of Sataria's favorites?
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when I started talking with him. Listen carefully.
Деталями нашего разговора. А зачем мы за этим следим?
Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by
Я
trade,
каменщик,
but I
работаю
picked up
3
an
дня.
interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that...
That's nice. You're making...
So is your father still working?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already...
I see. We wish him peace and happiness. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are
Я не следила за деталями нашего разговора. Я преступница. Так.
This should be our final stop.
Академия
Sataria's
История
always
постоянно
cooking at
грезит о
this
вкусных
restaurant when she's
блюдах.
working at the Academia.
Ну да,
So she
еда.
always comes by whenever she's...
Nahida, you've really thought of it.
It's my duty to protect Samir.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry?
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about...
Ah, that's right! After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research.
What an admirable spirit for learning.
Sure.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the...
I see. Yes, that makes sense.
Thank you so much.
Угу. Куда? Угу.
So, was
3 familiar fates.
what's the point of all the information we've collected?
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems. So I remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormuz are all making up, although it's all just a boatload of nonsense. The faith of her homeland meet.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take it. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
Well, King Deshret is long gone. And Sataria is also too smart to fall if we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would...
So, you mean you're going to...
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply they've already converted to the faith of King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with...
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't...
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
It's no problem at all. I'll just share other sources with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also...
That is pretty convenient.
Вот.
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever...
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how...
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this...
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
Я не поняла, почему это все еще должно быть мой. Ну ладно. Так. Надо промотать время, получается. Ненавижу проматывать время в игре. 12. 12. Ровно. Ровно. Подтвердить. Если мы проживем много тысяч лет, мы проживем много тысяч лет в Тайвате. Поэтому можно не бояться, да, что мы дни проматываем. Так.
Here she comes. Satari is here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you.
Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get...
Это напоминает какой-то мультик. Кошмар, как у нее угаженно глаза задвигались.
Can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Я забыл. Я забыл. Второе.
That's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Hard.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
Пайман, ты палишься.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth. The gods are asking, Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Больше, чем ты
Why
думаешь.
don't you just go
Вот ты и
home?
попалась.
It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King Deshret?
Да ты из нас
No wonder he
гадалка.
would make such demand of me. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
Ага.
Insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Какой ужас,
No,
господи.
no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Хе-хе. Коварная малышка. Это все Пайман. Пайман высовывалась. Пайман нас чуть не спалила.
Oh, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss.
Заподозрила.
To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida.
All I know are some abstract Harabatot theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Setaria.
She's out of games now. Right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Huh? Wasn't he nursing a leg injury? If I recall correctly, his strong arms had always been his pride and joy.
He sprained his arm a while back while trying to show off his strength. I thought you'd heard.
Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King Deshret has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those King Deshret believers because of it.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or King Deshret? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of King Deshret?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Это на него совсем не похоже.
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa. Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
Ну, конечно. Актриса.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Мгм.
Come on! Sataria's already started talking with Shishan.
So, Shishan, have you like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Ага.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King Deshret as well.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who worked side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects.
Please, please stop!
Блин, вот опять у нас история какого-то
Even now,
NPC.
Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's
Хочу
trying to
сюжетку
talk
с
to the guards.
Люмин.
What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of King Deshret, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
А, какой ужас.
Why haven't you gone home?
Халтура, халтура, халтура.
No matter where I run, I only keep finding. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the sage's plans. And from but no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it,
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth.
how do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are
Меня
you
только
the
что
god
что
himself?
Тацки грохнуло на улице. Очень громко. Ладно,
That's not
здесь ничего
important.
серьезного.
The important thing is to pass judgment on the academy. If you could provide some assistance in this matter.
I've actually never believed in the gods. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, but I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that I've just been working to meet the Grand Sages. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city.
Вот
To fight
опять.
against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The Sage... let me see...
The academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too...
Don't worry about that. I assure... I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the academia again.
All right, I trust you.
So,
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
the Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed
The traveler's execution was ingenious. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening.
pray. But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just
No. The truth is the true guardian of...
Какая-то менее интересная сюжетка, чем пытаться... Блять. Следующего дня 19:24. Ты же знаешь, кто этот численный студент? Это Кавих? Это же Кавих. Правильно? Там сейчас будет Кавих, да? Нет? Я не знаю, кто отчисленный студент. Ладно, сейчас увидим, наверное. Или не увидим. Так, а я дождалась следующего дня. Или следующего дня. Ничего не произошло. Я вот смотрю на эти часики, и они очень похожи на часы повелителя времени. Если так присмотреться, в которых он запирал свой разум.
What did
Да.
you say? Oh, I'm old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears. Try calling me Madam Farozan, and I'll see if I can pick that up.
Господи, Фарузан заговорила, я испугалась, что со мной непись разговаривает, а ее нет вокруг.
Oh, that's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need...
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot... If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's...
No, I think she's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets.
Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria...
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer.
Тоже отчисленный студент. Да ну блин. Вот я теперь сижу и думаю, а
Really
зачем
are many
мне об
people
этом
out right
говорить?
now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
Там Тигнари, что ли? Там Тигнари, да? Ага, кат-сцены. А где мой ФПС? Кат-сцены. Алло. У меня дрожит кат-сцена.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
Это Доторе?
Outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
Какой же он злюка-калюка.
The people of Sumer City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
Какой-то, блядь, код Гиас произошел. Очень странный код Гиас.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary.
Сейчас должен из кустов вылезти Тарталья и все нам пояснить.
He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently, and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah, now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia, they're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
Но если они заберут сердце Бога, то и Акаша перестанет работать.
Things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around. You mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on... Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Ура! Опять Тигнари, 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 Тигнари. Я бегу к тебе, Тигнари. Тигнари, я бегу к Тигнари. Тигнари. Я давно не видела Тигнари. Интересно, какой он злюка на этот раз. Ой, а это что, решенное уже или что? Ладно. Походу Аронара. Все проделки Аронар. Проделки Аронар. А, понял. А, вот это нерешенное. Я вспомнил, как они выглядят. А чё я не доделала? Вопрос.
Madame Farazan.
О, еще сундук. Ладно, так и быть, я его соберу. Не могу пройти мимо сундуков. Блин, мне, конечно, еще 100 часов сюжет мучить, чтобы наконец-то спокойно исследовать локацию. Это жуть какая-то. Даже не сюжет, мне надо пройти сюжет, а потом пройти Аранар, и только тогда я смогу исследовать Сумеру. И таким же магаром надо будет еще эту пустыню пройти. Мне принесли еды, вкусной еды.
Hold it right there.
Стоять!
A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around.
Спасибо.
You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Core of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Core of 30.
Господи, Пайман, хватит пугаться, мы все равно всех убьем.
Who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders.
The outcast? An outcast from the...
Ay.
Why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough.
Смерть нам совсем не страшна, нам еще 1000 лет жить в этом Тайвате. Мы, как бы, мне этот мир абсолютно понятен. Я в нем уже ничего не ищу. А что такое? А что такое? А цель, которая по воздуху летает, не убить, да, копьем своим? Какой ужас. А-та-та. Бомжей каких-то послали ко мне? Тот меня недооценивает, конечно.
Dare to mess with me? Huh. Commit it to memory.
Эть. А, еще?
I see everything. Here's the good.
Search for it.
Меня так бесит, что, кстати, в катсценах у Люмин какой-то вшивый предвестник Зари. Хоть какой-то меч бы дали ей адекватный. Прям не могу, я очень злюсь из-за того, что у нас у путешественника какой-то вшивый меч. А, это не Заря даже? Ну он какой-то, да, он какой-то ржавый, вообще всратый. Блин, пачкой дружбы месить мобов, это, конечно, не лучшая идея. Особенно, когда у тебя скоромыш не прокачанный, с первыми талантами. Ладно.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Going up against smart people is tough.
Они не умные, Пайман. Ты чё? Они просто жирные.
Traveler and Paimon, what are you two doing back here? Kale, it's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right?
После того, как я в Твиттере увидела людей, которые на полном серьезе не могут пройти сюжетку для того, чтобы получить в карточках ресурсы, я вообще ничему не удивляюсь, серьезно. Я просто смотрю на это и такая... Кстати, ну, типа, появилась идея сделать видос, знаешь, пошаговый гайд, как качать персонажей. И зачем? Потому что, типа, ну, никто даже не делает контент для людей, которые вот только-только начали играть в игру.
I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Блин, походу, Калея тоже пострадала от сбора снов. А над ней же как раз Доторы ставил опыты, да? Кажется, настал тот самый момент, когда мне все-таки пора прочитать манхву по Геншину, потому что я о ней знаю, из нее знаю только пару фактов.
Oh, Master Tainari? He just left the Avidia forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI. He left? But isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia forest? He even turned down the sage. I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule.
Да, как работает Мона, там далеко не всем понятно, так что имеет место быть. Просто, ну, с тем, как работают персонажи, именно с их механикой, там ситуация немного сложнее, потому что это все надо доверять людям, которые действительно, ну, как бы разбирают покадрово. Допустим, если ты посмотришь гайды, например, у Акины, у него всегда объясняется все вплоть до того, как именно работает тычка. И это уже сложные механики игры для людей, которые этим интересуются. Типа, а геншинёнку 20 уровня нужно показывать и рассказывать, что и как фармить. Вот. И где это брать. Вот. И в каком порядке лучше. Потому что, ну, человек просто открывает игру, и у него глаза разбегаются. Он вообще не знает, что делать, ему даже не объясняют, что делать. Вот, никогда. Просто люди до этого должны доходить самостоятельно и идти на форум, и там читать обо всем этом.
To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research.
Но геншинята УФК это я ласково, я ни в коем случае не оскорбительна. В плане людей, которые только вот начали играть, я их ласково называю геншинятами, потому что они вот новички и ничего не знают. Вот. Это не к тому, что они безмозглые. Безмозглые геншинята — это другие геншинята. Это вчера я, конечно, говорила совсем по-другому. Мне, наверное, надо определиться, а то меня скоро так отменят. Я сама про себя говорю, что я геншиненок, у меня 2 клетки мозга. Но я, кстати, недавно думала об этом, и я пришла к выводу, что Геншин — отличная игра для того, чтобы начать именно играть в видеоигры. Потому что именно благодаря ивентам и механикам в Геншине они до того упрощены, что, начиная с Геншина, можно играть в игры посложнее. Например, благодаря Геншину я могу теперь играть в того же Ведьмака, потому что я в Геншине научилась лучше доджить и таймить, и поэтому я уже могу себе позволить игры посложнее. Вот. Вот, да, видишь. Не все люди любят читать тонны текста в описании к мобам и артам, но они очень любят слушать людей, которые это доносят нормально. Например, человеку легче, как правило, послушать кого-то в Дискорде и понять, например, мне легче, когда мне объяснит какой-то другой человек, чем я зайду в игру и самостоятельно прочитаю. Вот. Поэтому, типа, делать видосы всегда есть как бы стимул. И это самая идея для контента. Так.
I know that before you became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting
Короче,
research
Тигнарь у
at
нас
Party's
ботаник.
Sky. A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on. Oh, we don't
Но
have
если бы не конченое управление в соусах на ПК, я бы их прошла. Но, к сожалению, после того, как я не смогла победить 3 мобов раза с 20-го, я удалила Dark Souls 2, потому что я просто, у меня нервы не смогли это, вот. Но Геншин учит плохим вещам. Например, в Соусе лут очень-очень редкий и очень ценный. А в Геншине ты спамишь F, вот, и собираешь лут в комбате. В смысле Катерина занимается? Каким заданием Катерина занимается? Не понял. Лять. Подожди, что у меня... А, вот это? Что это за задание такое, блядь? Откуда оно появилось вообще и почему я его начала? Это не сюжетка Тигнари, это другая сюжетка. Это даже не сюжетка ни одного из персонажей. Это что, новый ивент, что ли? Нет. Дикую гонку. Дикую гонку надо пройти. Я тоже думаю, что надо это самое. Привет, Катерина. Может быть, к пустыне подвод. А, нет, это не пустыня. Я поняла, что это. Это стандартное задание для гильдии искателей приключений в новом регионе. Тебе нужно подойти поговорить с Катериной. Просто. Так в каждом регионе. Познакомиться с ней. Нахида!
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I've even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us what...
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
What a relief. The doctor sure...
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've also... The doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha term.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then, how do we stop him? He's still at the It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece. Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is a...
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find a...
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were
Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's element. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him.
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Тигнари, 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 тигнари. Блин, когда уже зареранит его сигну? Я так хочу его сигну. Тигнари, 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 тигнари. О, это же та ученая. Угашица. Угашенная. Здравствуйте. Хайпаси.
What a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavad?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pari?
What do you think? My consciousness has already
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating when my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and
That sounds incredible!
Торчок.
Oh, all right. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you... My current self has not only gained true insight...
You can do that?
I've never heard of
Здесь
anything
какой-то
like
подвох.
that,
Здесь
but
явно какой-то подвох.
if you want to give it a try.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using...
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help
Опять
you establish a
бэд-трип.
path...
Okay.
Опять бэд-трип. Снова бэд-трип.
Ready?
И снова бэд-трипный трип. И только трип, 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 трип.
The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies.
Скоромыш.
My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god, my creator, my mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human, my family, my friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity.
Вот это он злюка.
The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Страшно, вырубай. Вот это лицо, кошмар какой.
Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god. Such a noble will.
А вот и симп номер 1.
Sublime emotion. Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I... already lost my mind?
Зрачки еще должны быть меньше, если ты на грани безумия. Это не по-анимешному как-то. Как говорит Пайман, спекся, голубчик.
Wait, something isn't right.
Угу. Вот это экшен, вот, экшен, ура! Ее заперли. Ее заперли. I can see you. Ничего себе, экшен. Пошло-поехало. Это люмин? Это люмин? Я понял.
We finally lost him. Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Ага, я понял.
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body?
Грибочек на заднем плане просто такой.
Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight. Huh. Paimon knows the moon Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who is occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation,
Я так понимаю,
safe to
сейчас
say, I
будет
have
то
witnessed
самое.
that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the
Сейчас у
Dendro
нас будет
Archon's also
свидание,
on
да?
your side, so I trust you.
У нас будет свидание с
Oh, actually, we came
Хайтамом
here to ask you a
очередное.
question.
Ура,
What do
ура,
you know
бабские
about the
подкаты.
project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that.
Черт.
While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence?
Ага.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made...
Kainari, did you leave the video?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to parties.
Мне кажется, в сюжетке Тигнари какой-то слишком круглый, он больше похож на ребенка. Когда ты за него играешь, он более взрослый, как будто.
Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert.
Он как будто младше стал.
Now that you mention it, I knew the academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord.
Да, моделька та же, но его как будто расплющили чуть-чуть. Он как будто более вытянутый, когда ты его пикаешь.
Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their... The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have two from your description. I don't think they've completed it, but then... What is the connection between...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so...
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try if you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Karo. Come find me here if there's anything else I can...
Thanks, Kainari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon.
Так, я вот что думаю. Я думаю, что можно сегодня, наверное, с сюжеткой закончить. Я быстренько ивент пройду. И продолжу, наверное, завтра. Потому что вчера за 3 часа сюжетки я пиздец утомилась. А 1,5 часа, мне кажется, более чем достаточно. Сейчас. Ну вот, но он как будто старше, я не знаю. Как будто совсем старше. Или нет? Или я давно, я давно не видела Тигнари. Ладно. Боже, сообщение, пожалуйста, удались. Так. Что там в ивенте сделать надо? Я... А, надо еще эти дейлики сделать. Я понимаю, что там хайтам дальше, но я что-то это... Боюсь, что, во-первых, поздно уже. Наверное, пора. А, он прям дальше? Или он прям сейчас дальше? Или он прям дальше, намного дальше? Я не понял. Не, ну если хочешь, я пойду дальше, в принципе. Мне это все равно. Просто я опять боюсь устать. Прям сейчас, но чуть-чуть. Ага. Я просто пока не хочу идти в пустыню. У меня какой-то страх перед ней. Она там многослойная, многоуровневая и очень опасна. Вот, да, я тоже думаю, что на завтра будет хорошо. Если я не так поздно встану, будет вообще шикарно. О боже, как же ты далеко.
Too slow.
Подвод очка. Я имею в виду в саму локацию. Нас же отправляют в пустыню. Так, а ты кто? А, ты вот этот. С тобой мы разберемся потом. Делаем вот это еще. Подвод очка.
Quit following me. Too slow.
Quit following me.
Behold. Cry louder.
Печь древесину. Слабая доска, крепкая доска. Что?
Squall and fury.
А ты сегодня слабая доска или ты сегодня крепкая доска? Или ты доска и два соска киквая? А, ой.
Wind rises.
Да я представляю, какие там диалоги со Скарлетт этот будут.
You're dead. You dare to gaze upon me?
Господи, какие мерзкие монстры. Найдите веревку. О, Господи.
Squall and fury.
Squall and Fury.
Behold.
Я вертолет. Я вертолет, я Карлсон. Я Карлсон, я вертолет.
Too slow.
Я вертолет, я Карлсон. Я Карлсон. Карлсон, Карлсон. Это так прикольно произносить. Карлсон, Карлсон. Карлсон, Карлсон. Карлсон, Карлсон. Какой ужас.
Quit following me. The wind rises.
Мяу.
Too slow.
Everyone hold hands.
Squall and fury. Search for it. Search for it.
Ears of the storm.
The wind rises.
Это есть. Так, я только 3 сделала дейлика. Где 4-й? Ладно.
Too slow.
Почему я должна к нему возвращаться? Пусть сам пиздует. Мне так нравится, как некоторые неписи тупо стоят у развалившейся телеги какой-то, такие. Ну, мне нормально, мне заебись. Под деревом сидят там. Еду у тебя просят иногда. Бомжи какие-то. Так. Что-то я не вижу четвертого. А, вижу. Это дурацкий хребет драконий. Лучше б не видела, конечно.
Fundamentally speaking, there's little difference between snow and rain, yet people lavish praise only upon the former. Fate can be truly arbitrary.
Так.
Too slow.
Slow. Летим, бежим, живем. Я не вслушалась в его фразу про снег. Мне пока рано. Ну, anyway, это вот его сказка про то, что его все предали, типа, типа как тебя предал ребенок, он умер случайно или что? Ладно. Ебать предательство, просто топ-10 аниме предательств. Человек умер. Я поняла, кто он. Он СЖВшник и Бежулька. Вот кто он. Ебать предательство просто. Скоромуш кто? Оба огня погасли.
Upon the gale. How amused, wretched vermin.
Я не попала ультой. Я не попала ультой. Ладно, это мне не помешает. Я муха, я муха. Я муха, я муха. Я муха, я муха. Бррр. Причем здесь старость? Я муха, я муха. Я муха, я муха.
Thank you for completing
Я
today.
муха, я муха.
Ad Astra.
Про СЖВ? СЖВ это новый термин, не старый термин. Social Justice Warrior. Это люди, которые обижаются на любую хуйню, если подразумевать то, что я сказала. А если не подразумевать, то это люди, которые борются за социальную справедливость с ветряными мельницами, of course. Вот. Например, это те самые ребята, которые запрещают тебе одеваться в национальную одежду кого-то, потому что они называют это культурной апроприацией, хотя сами народы только рады тому, что кто-то одевается в их одежду, ну и так далее. Да, твиттерские. Именно они, вот эти вот ребята. Они способны обидеться литерали на что угодно. Вот ты напишешь, не знаю, безобидный твит в стиле «я люблю морковку», а через 2 минуты тебя обвинят в том, что ты, не знаю, оскорбляешь чувство тыкв, потому что ты любишь морковку.
Maybe that's their problem. Relax.
Чё рычишь-то? Ну, чё ты рычишь? Рычит он. Охо! Гильдия проводит события. Гильдия, так. Набираю участников для нового события. Так. А, это то, что было с шарами вроде, да? Ну, он прям такой, он стоит. А потом такой, релакс. Вам предстоит найти как можно больше полевых шаров за отведенное время. Чем быстрее вы отыщете все шары, чем больше наберете очков. Перед испытанием вы можете выбрать усиление, которое активируется во время испытания. Для получения усиления требуется благословенная энергия полевого компаса. Благословенная энергия все время восстанавливается. Также зарядить компас благословенной энергией можно с помощью полевых шаров или взаимодействия с ней напрямую. Полевые шары в испытаниях делятся на два типа. Найденные шары уже превысят вас общее. Так, давай найдете шар стационарный, для добавится несколько шаров уже, которые скоро исчезнут. Вместе с другом. Сначала экипируйте полевой компас. Хорошо. Вместе с другом, значит. Находит... увеличивает радиус поиска полевого шара. Наверное, вот так. Но я сейчас сама попробую. Вау! Ничего себе. Хоть пойму, что это. А потом можно и побегать, кстати. На самом деле. Тебя поставить на паузу. А если я с скоромушей бегаю, это чит, да? Мне дадут за скоромушу летать? Ой. Что я сделала? Так, допустим, я включила эту штуку. А что она дает вообще, непонятно. Так, с кормышей все еще можно летать. Это хорошая новость. Плохая в том, что я не понимаю, что мне дает эта штука. Вообще не понимаю. Ай! Короче, тупо надо собрать все, да? Я очень плоха в таких мероприятиях, скажем так. Они появляются, что ли? Метки полевых шаров установок. Чего? Ничего не понял. Я глуп. Я ничего не понял. Эть. Эть. Двух шариков не хватило. Нет, подожди, повторить испытание. Я по одному и тому же месту бегала очень много. Так, ладно. Наверное, я возьму высоту прыжка все-таки, потому что я дурак. Я дурак, который не может прыгать. И бегать нормально. Вообще ничего не может. Да блин. Я же говорю, ничего не может.
The wind rises.
Так. А как эти собрать? Так. Так. Вот это читерство с коромышей проходить. Ну, зачем-то я его и выбивала с Сигной, правильно? Ай, ай, ай. Так, тут 5 вижу. Где еще? Ладно, мне все-таки, видимо, требуется помощь, какой-то нудный ивент. Ну вот почему мне все вечно не хватает 2 шариков. Вот именно. Не успела. Как до них добраться? Ладно, я, наверное, вырублю тогда. И пойдем пройдем вместе. А, ну тут надо 30 из 40, ладно. А это все детали ивента? А с барменом я не проходила. Всё, я тогда вырублю пока танцу.